Welcome to today's Explainer. We're breaking down a meal strategy that absolutely flips the script on diet and nutrition. If you've ever felt like losing fat meant a sad, restricted life of plain steamed broccoli and just, constantly being hungry, well, you're going to want to pay close attention. Today, we're looking at the high-protein sweet potato skillet. We're going to prove, using the actual data and biological mechanics behind this meal, that fat loss is all about eating smarter, not eating less. You literally don't have to give up the foods you love to see results, and this strategy is the perfect example of exactly how to do it right.
Okay, let's dive into this and hook you immediately with the massive nutritional payload packed into this single skillet. 52 grams of protein in one meal. That is a massive macro hit. Hitting a number like this in one sitting is exactly how you fuel your body to stay incredibly satisfied, preserve all that hard-earned muscle, and keep your metabolic engine running on all cylinders.
But hey, we're not stopping at protein. We are pairing that with an amazing 9 grams of dietary fiber. This right here, this is the absolute secret weapon for dodging those sudden hunger pangs and random sugar cravings that completely derail most diets. Fiber is what gives a meal its staying power, perfectly regulating how your body digests and absorbs the food.
And here's the kicker. This is the number that really brings this entire strategy together. 480 calories. That is an astonishingly low total calorie count for a meal delivering 52 grams of protein and 9 grams of fiber. This ratio entirely validates why you should care about this specific meal breakdown. You are getting maximum nutritional bang for your caloric buck.
Part 1. The Sweet Potato Skillet Strategy. A paradigm shift in fat loss.
And this brilliantly illustrates the concept of satiety. Satiety isn't just about stuffing your stomach with low-calorie fluff. It's the biological feeling of actual, genuine fullness that lets you maintain consistency in a diet without relying on eating less. Feeling completely and totally full is the actual secret to fat loss. Because, let's face it, if you're truly satisfied, you're not going to stray from your plan.
Part 2. Carbs are a tool. It's time to rethink the sweet potato.
Now we begin building this skillet by grabbing a pan, adding just 3 grams of olive oil, and frying up 150 grams of diced sweet potatoes until they're perfectly tender. This brings us to a major conflict in modern dieting. So many people are absolutely terrified of carbs when they diet, right? They treat them like the enemy, and that fear leads straight down the road to restriction and eventually burnout. But in reality, carbs, and specifically potatoes, are an incredibly powerful tool. They're rich in complex carbohydrates, giving you steady, sustained energy. They provide real satiety, delivering not just physical volume in the pan, but actual lasting fullness in your stomach.
Step 3. Prioritizing the protein. The power of lean ground turkey. Next up in our skillet, we are adding in our meat. We fry that lean ground turkey until it's beautifully golden brown, seasoning it super simply with just a pinch of salt, pepper, and maybe half a teaspoon of paprika. We're prioritizing a huge serving of meat here, and there's a very specific biological strategy behind that. First, protein fundamentally keeps you full longer than any other macro out there. Second, it helps you hold on to your lean muscle mass while you're in a caloric deficit. And third, just digesting that protein actually supports your metabolism. By putting the meat front and center, you force your body to work efficiently while feeling incredibly satisfied.
Part 4 brings us to the volume eating strategy. Maximizing food, minimizing calories.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the absolute secret weapon of this skillet. Remember this, vegetables are not just extras, they are the strategy. Once your turkey and potatoes are cooking beautifully, you're going to drop in massive handfuls of fresh spinach. Adding a literal mountain of spinach to this pan adds incredible volume to your meal. You're getting way more food on your plate for virtually 0 extra calories. It completely transforms the visual size of the meal, basically tricking your brain into seeing a massive feast.
But it's definitely not just a visual trick. That mountain of spinach is completely packed with fiber. And fiber fundamentally changes how your body processes the whole meal. It slows down your digestion, it keeps your blood sugar perfectly stable, so goodbye 3 p.m. crash, and it drastically cuts down on those sudden urges to, raid the pantry for donuts. This exact combination of volume and fiber is exactly how you can eat a massive plate of food without feeling restricted for even a second.
Part 5. Flavor without the guilt. The Smart Balance Yogurt Drizzle.
To bring this whole skillet together, we're making a super quick sauce using just 60 grams of 2% Greek yogurt, a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, half a clove of garlic, and a little salt. Mix that up, drizzle it over the top, and boom. I want to reassure you right here. Healthy eating does not have to be complicated, and it for sure doesn't have to be boring.
Simple ingredients taste amazing when the meal is balanced correctly. You don't need heavy creams or sticks of butter to make a meal pop. This smart balance, using the tang of the yogurt and the punch of the garlic, gives you all the flavor you could ever want, totally guilt-free.
Let's move to and see how this builds into an incredibly easy, chronological cooking process. Step 1, you fry 150 grams of sweet potatoes in just 3 grams of olive oil. Step 2, brown that ground turkey with your basic spices. Step 3, mix in that strategic mountain of fresh spinach for all that volume. And Step 4, top it all off with your high-protein yogurt garlic drizzle. It's fast, it's simple, and it is highly effective.
Finally, we arrive at consistency over willpower, gaining complete dietary control. Now we are going to tie the physical ingredients we just cooked to the ultimate psychological benefit of eating smarter. When you combine complex carbs, massive protein, and high-volume fiber, you are doing so much more than just feeding your body. You are rewiring your entire relationship with hunger.
Let's look at the exact mathematical breakdown of the strategy we mapped out today. Grab a screenshot of this if you need to. Your ground turkey is driving your metabolism and protecting your muscle, giving you that 52 grams of protein. Your spinach and sweet potato are bringing the volume and keeping blood sugar stable, yielding 9 grams of fiber. And your smart balanced cooking methods give you that guilt-free volume, bringing the whole shebang in at exactly 480 calories. You aren't just eating fewer calories here, you're eating so much smarter.
So, the crucial point is this. When your meals actually satisfy you on a fundamental biological level, the psychological struggle just vanishes. You don't need to white-knuckle your willpower all day long. You don't feel the urge to snack constantly. You don't end up overeating later in the evening because your body isn't screaming for nutrients. Instead of constantly obsessing over food, you finally feel completely 100% in control of your diet.
Which leaves us with one final thought. Are you ready to trade restrictive hunger for smart balance and real control in your next meal? Challenge your current habits. Stop viewing carbs as the enemy and start using your food as a strategic tool for genuine satiety and energy. If this breakdown opened your eyes today, please share this explainer with anyone you know who's trying to eat better but keeps hitting a wall with constant hunger. Because less hunger means better control, and better control means real, lasting progress over time. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Now go enjoy your meal and keep learning.